They told you it was wildfires, unprecedented heat, climate change. But what happened in Lahaina was not normal. And the more you look, the more it reeks of a cover-up from the top. Let's start with the obvious. The fire moved fast, unnaturally fast. Winds didn't just spread flames. They leveled neighborhoods. But certain buildings, left untouched, like the homes of the ultra-wealthy, like the luxury hotels, like the government facilities. And while locals fled in panic, the sirens didn't go off. The water was shut off, the roads were blocked, people were trapped. Children home from school with no way out, families gone, generations erased in minutes. But here's what they really don't want you asking. Who benefits from Lahaina burning? Because before the fires, residents refused to sell. Families had owned land there for generations. They fought off luxury developers, tech billionaires, and the state itself. They wouldn't budge. But now that the town is ash, suddenly offers are flooding in from corporations, from outside investors, from government-connected developers, pushing smart cities, pushing 15-minute urban zones, pushing Build Back Better with AI surveillance, carbon scoring, facial ID checkpoints, and geofencing baked in. Coincidence? And look at the pattern. Before the smoke even cleared, BlackRock and Vanguard-backed firms were sniffing around. Digital currency companies announcing aid tied to blockchain ID signups. And guess who's part of the reconstruction committees? The same people who pitched smart island proposals years ago and were rejected. Still think this was just a wildfire? Because here's the real kicker. Footage from residents shows blue lasers, energy beams, not lightning, not embers, directed bursts, and every structure destroyed. Guess what color their roofs weren't? This isn't conspiracy, this is patented tech. Directed energy weapons exist. They've been tested. And in 2023, FEMA quietly ran simulations for mass climate displacement in Hawaii. They knew. But don't just look at Lahaina, look at East Palestine. Look at NYC flooding. Look at Turkey's earthquakes. Every disaster is now followed by the same script. Confusion, censorship, then a land grab. And while the people mourn and rebuild, the global elite swoop in, turning pain into profit, suffering into surveillance, loss into leverage. This isn't just a tragedy, it's a tactic. Burn, rebuild, control, all under the veil of climate safety. If you're not asking questions now, when will you? Because Lahaina isn't the last. They've tested the model. They've tested the silence. They've tested how far they can go before people start screaming. And guess what? Most people won't even blink. Because the headlines said it was natural. Because the news moved on. Because the machine depends on your silence. But you didn't. You're still here. You're watching this. Because you feel it. Something is off. And you're right. They aren't just stealing land. They're rewriting reality. With fire, with code, with lies. So what do? You question everything. You speak up. You show this to someone else who knows something doesn't add up. You don't stay quiet, and you don't wait until it's your town. Because if Lahaina taught us anything, it's this. They're not coming for your land. They're already here, and they won't stop. They're building a future where you own nothing, where every disaster justifies more surveillance, where climate crisis means corporate control, where land is stolen with paperwork signed in ash, where the rebuild isn't for the people, it's for the elite. They'll blame nature. They'll say it was the wind, but they'll leave out the drills, the energy tech, the policy meetings. They'll gaslight the victims until all that's left is rubble, silence, and censors. History will not forget what happened, but it will erase those who stayed silent. That's the real agenda. Remove the witness, rewrite the truth, replace memory with media. Your kids will be taught this was an unfortunate fire. Your grandkids will see it in climate textbooks. But you know better. You saw it happen. And the question is, what will you do with that truth? Don't just scroll. Don't just watch. Hit the share button. Tag someone who still thinks this was a freak fire. We break stories the media buries. If you're awake, join our underground channel. Link in bio. Your silence is their weapon. Use your voice now.